Okay, I just want to go over real quick how to operate and care for your Saber. So it's got two different emitters, so to speak. This one is just for almost like display if you don't want any light to come through, and then you just take it off like this. And then you have this one for your blade. Now with your blade, instead of doing a blade retention screw, what I decided to do was glue a piece of 1-inch blade on the 7/8 inch blade so that you can just slide this collar down like this, insert it, and then screw this on. That way you never have to worry about having a blade retention screw get lost, or stripping it, or having to carry an Allen wrench around. Now to turn it on, you have two buttons. You have one here and one here hidden beneath the card. So to power on, it's going to be the bottom button. That fires up the Saber. You've got swing sounds, motion, clash, lockup, blaster blocks, all those cool features. That's with the upgrade to the Prism version 4. And then to power it off, you just again hit that button. To change your sound fonts while it's powered off, you're going to hold this bottom button. Oh, no, sorry. I lied. You're going to hold the top button. That's going to give you a new sound font. Power on, a little bit different sound. So now to the inside part. Carefully remove this pommel here and slide it down. It is tight in there, so do be careful when you do that. This blue tape will not be on here. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of hot glue on each of the exposed circuit board so that it doesn't ground out. This was just temporary. Probably should have taken it off for the video, but that's okay. So here is your crystal chamber. If you kind of get close down in here, you can see that when you power on your Saber, your crystal ignites. It's nice and bright. It came out pretty cool. Speakers here, and then your recharge port is down here. It's a 2.5mm recharge port, pretty standard across the board for Sabers. Now if you decide you want to put your sound fonts on here, any different sound fonts, it's pretty simple. You just pop the board up like this, and that gives you access to your SD card, which is here. And like I said, this tape won't be in the way, so it won't be so awkward. But there's your SD card. You can go ahead and follow the tutorial by Rob on how to update sound cards in there. If you need the link to that video, I'll go ahead and put it in, or I'll go ahead and send that to you as well. And then you just sit your soundboard, clicks back in, like so, and then you're ready to put your pommel back on. Now, when you're putting your pommel on, these wires here, I like to just kind of hold them down with my finger so that the pommel doesn't get stuck on them. Like I said, it is tight, so just be careful putting that on. And then it's so tight that you don't really need to turn it. This is absolutely not a dueling Saber by any means. This is a display Saber, or something that you can, kind of turn on and have it like cons and stuff, but I do not recommend or endorse dueling with it at all. It is mildly fragile with just the way it's constructed, and then the crystal chamber on the inside is not necessarily fragile, but it isn't something you would want to break dueling with it, obviously. So yeah, that's your Saber. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on Facebook. And and the last thing, this will be shipped with a kill key in the recharge port. That cuts off the power to the soundboard, and thus making the battery legal to ship. So what I'm going to do is put the kill key in there. It's just a plastic kill key. So basically, whenever you don't have the Saber in use, you can have that in or not. This board does have the deep sleep mode, so it's not really necessary to have that kill key in there all the time. And like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And yeah, thank you for your order.